Hey guys, all right, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a few days and we finally got back the Model S that is now wrapped in XPEL Stealth. So I want to talk a little bit about that today. So here we are. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So this is going to be the Stealth Gray, as I talked about in my first video if you haven't seen it. This will be the Stealth Gray Tesla Model S, brand new, built here late 2023. So this is the new color. I also wanted to get a PPF on it, paint protection film. That was the XPEL Stealth. So it changes the color just a little bit, but I mean, really the difference is just the material, which I think looks so good. Especially the contrast with the gloss trim, the gloss black trim, and the actual satin material itself. So it's gonna be the Stealth Gray color. So I also got the windows tinted. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but I just wanted to walk around here first and kind of show you how this looks. I think it just looks so good. One thing that this does, actually, adding the Stealth PPF on it, is the flakes from the the silver. It was called silver metallic before, but the flakes are a little bit even more visible. You can kind of see it there. And it looks so good in person. Again, it's hard to translate in video, but one thing this does, it accentuates a little bit more the difference in the silver midnight silver metallic compared to what we're seeing here with this this Stealth Gray. So I think it looks fantastic. I had asked them to change out that front emblem, or at least to darken it to match the gloss black, and they did forget. I said I could take it back, so I have a 2-week appointment with them, and I went to, if you're in the they have multiple stores all around the country, but it was done by a company called Supreme Wraps, and they were great. They were any questions I had, they answered. I mean, they were just awesome to work with out there. And they worked pretty quickly on this. So not only do I have the PPF on here, there's also ceramic coating on top of it. So that's something that's optional, and I opted for it. So to kind of talk a little bit more about that, the paint protection film is great for rock chips and scratches. It just protects the paint. It's something that you want to get as soon as you can. If the newer the car, the better. And then the ceramic coating all on top of it actually helps with kind of it helps the water. Essentially, it keeps the water from attaching the car. So if it's raining or any kind of liquid, it makes it much easier to clean, and the water repels a lot more than it would naturally. So for instance, I washed my old Model S not too long ago. I did rain here, and just driving through the streets, you see it picked up all the little water drops you see there and the dust that it collected. So with the ceramic coating, it would help a lot with that. And even if it did get dirty, it's just a little bit of water, spray of water, and you wipe it down, and then it's good. So yeah, I think those two together is just the perfect combo. And the PPF itself has a 10-year warranty, and the ceramic coating will last 4 years. So definitely highly recommend, especially if you have a newer vehicle. Even if you don't, I mean, you can get, they'll have a process out there where they can clean up, help restore your paint, and then put the PPF over it. It'll help with resale value, and I just love that they have this Stealth variant of it. It looks so good. So I want to talk about the windows a little bit. This car came not tinted at all anywhere. So I talked to the people out there, and they're willing to go as low as 5%. Obviously that's not legal here. So as good as that would look, I looked at a lot of videos online to try to compare. So I do have the white interior, so you can even tell here it does cut through a little bit. So this is going to be 20% all around the sides and the rear windshield, and the front windshield is 70%. And the big reason for that is we use this. My wife uses this car as well. We'll use this car on occasion. So for her, it was important that she could see at night. And even I drove this last night, bringing it back home, and even seeing through 20% on the sides was a little darker than I'm used to. The other Model S, the back is 20%, but the front is actually 25%. So just that 5% difference, you could tell when driving at night. So I still think from certain angles it's still pretty dark, but obviously you can see through the front windshield a little bit. So yeah, if visibility is important to you while driving at night, then I wouldn't go darker than 20%. Maybe 15% if you have the white interior, but that'll be pretty dark. It'll take getting used to. If you have a black interior, I think 20% is plenty dark. And I have a darker colored car, so the contrast, if you had a white car with 20% black interior, that would be a pretty good contrast. But yeah, I mean, this just looks really good. On this emblem here that I was saying earlier, I told them to black it out. They forgot. They would do it for me. I don't mind how it looks, really. I mean, the car just looks so good. You guys let me know, what would you do? Would you still black out that front emblem? On the old Tesla, I did have a little, I guess a little vinyl wrap that went over it. I wouldn't do red again. I'll definitely do black, or maybe even keep it as silver. Seems to be a pretty good contrast. I don't know. Looks good though. But yeah, I think you can really tell the color difference here even more. So we'll come back this way. And I walk around because the different angles, it just changes the shade. It's a pretty sunny day here today, so this gives you a good idea of what the color looks like. I also, one thing I talked about in a prior video is the wheels. Range is important to us, and I don't really mind. I like that they blacked out these Aero hubcaps here because I don't really mind this too much. I haven't taken them off yet to see how it looks with just the stock rims underneath. I may do that and just run with those, and then on road trips put the hubcaps back on. That's an option. I haven't done it yet. I mean, I had the car 2 days before I took it into the shop, and then I just got it back yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to mess with any of that. I may do so, and see, my understanding is if you're under a certain speed, like in-city driving, going under 60, 70 miles an hour, it won't make much of a difference. So maybe I'll test that out, make a video talking about efficiency. I do plan on taking road trips with this car, so that'll be another good test. But yeah, one other little change that I did do, I talked about this in my previous video. I had this came with this isn't the plastic, it's gonna be the long range, so it came with the wood interior, and I did think about swapping out to carbon fiber, which I ended up doing, especially with this two-tone here. I think it looks just really, really good. So this is gonna be, so I did call Tesla to see if they would let you order OEM parts and have them swap out, and they will let you do that. I wasn't sure if I wanted to yet, so I think one trade-off was, you can get those wraps on Amazon, and they work pretty well. I've had those before, and they get the job done to give you an idea. But I did find these from RPM Tesla, and these are actually this real carbon fiber, but they're overlays. So I went ahead and put that on there, and I think the two-tone, I mean, the Stormtrooper look, I think it just goes better with this satin wrap. The wood does look good, but there's just a little bit more of an aggressive feel with the satin, so I like the two-tone a lot. So if that's something you consider, I think this will get the job done, and I can sit in here to give you a better view. Here we go. So yeah, you can see it looks pretty good here. It's gonna be like in the door panels, even the back panel back here. There you go. I think it looks really good. And I did opt for the round steering wheel. The yoke, is a controversial one. I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to try it, but the more videos I watched, the more I thought about it. A lot of people, paid the extra money. Well, especially now, it costs $1,000 to get the yoke. So you'd have to really want it now. If the yoke was a free option, I would have given it a shot, driven with it for a while, and then maybe considered a retrofit. But the fact that this was the free option now, and I was already leaning this way, it just felt like a more obvious choice. But you guys can let me know what y'all think. But yeah, I do have a few other things coming in. I have two different formats actually coming in. I'll probably do a comparison video on that. I've watched a lot of different videos. I used to have the 3D Max spiders. My old Tesla, those were great. But I want to try something different. And then maybe I'll do a video after this kind of explaining the ones that I got and why I wanted to change it up. But But yeah, this is it right here. I mean, I think it looks amazing. Last little thing I'll say they did, they went ahead and removed the front license plate cover here. And where I live, you know, it is legally required to have that on the front, which I've had it, you know, in my current car. But with these new Model S's, it protruded so much more, and part of that had to do with the safety ratings, the crash test safety ratings. So yeah, I don't know, maybe they have some temporary ones that you could pop on, you could flip on and off, you know, maybe do something like that. But I think for now, I think it looks so good without it right now, so we'll see. But yeah, I think that's it. Just wanted to showcase this. I hadn't seen any videos online. Very few. I mean, there's a few more that are popping up showing the actual Stealth Gray, but I haven't seen any with the Stealth Gray with this PPF XPEL Stealth over it. So yeah, I think it looks really good. 20% tint on the windows. But yeah, I'll be posting some more videos in the future talking about some of the floor mats and then a couple other accessories I've been thinking about getting. Want to test some other things. There's definitely a lot of upgrades coming from the 2016 Model S. But in some cases, you know, I have just Tesla vision here, not ultrasonic sensor, so I wanted to test out things like that. And so, but yeah, thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll try to respond the best I can. I've done a lot of research on this, and I think this turned out so good. I'm really loving it. So, all right, we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. All right, bye.